Wieso hören die mich dann nicht?
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello, Barbara.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, works.
Goedenavond, goedenavond. Wie geht's?
More German. Ah, great stuff, great stuff. Well, welcome, Barbara. Welcome to the Skype call. Finally get a chance to speak to you.
Yes, finally. Hurrah, hurrah.
Hurrah, hurrah.
Okay. Yeah, my husband came and helped me with a microphone.
Fantastic.
He's the computer specialist in the family.
He's a tech guru, is he?
Yeah, he's
three times hurrah for the husband.
Yeah.
So let's just go replay what we did last week. How do you guys feel the conversation last week? What do you think of the group? Was it big or what?
I mean, it was too big.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, I think so too. It was not too big.
Greg Barnes was the highlight of last week. He was just incredible. He was very nice guy. He is, and if you check out his blog videos, they're flipping hilarious. But he was the highlight of the night. He was great. It was really good. And Barbara, thank you so much for all the information you gave us last week. It was really interesting.
Thank you.
Very interesting indeed. I have got some exclusive news to tell everybody tonight about the Kneboworth 86. I finally got confirmation tonight. It will be revealed tonight as well. And I have got some great information from people all around the world. Especially Discogs came in handy for me yesterday, which was very interesting. So that's coming up later in the show. So waiting for Mark to arrive, and David should be coming on very, very soon.
Enjoy your meal.
And a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you guys for supporting me over the past year on Queensville. It's been really amazing. So thank you very much indeed, everybody, on that.
Tess, have you been to Guildford to see the SAS band with Roger Taylor last week?
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't get to see. I have seen the previews of it on Facebook, and they look amazing.
Yeah, wonderful.
They're great. Yeah, they took a lot of time getting it all arranged, and the performances are amazing. I think the SAS band for me is actually a pretty good band to listen to.
Absolutely,
because they're not a tribute band. It's a band that's a band. We listen to Roger's own stuff. I don't know if he's played Beautiful Day or Beautiful...
Sunny Day. He played Sunny Day, Radio Gaga, Merry Christmas from John Lennon, like usual.
That's a great one.
That's a wonderful one. Very nice. Oh, War Was Over.
Voodoo Child. Voodoo Child.
Oh, Voodoo Child, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard Voodoo Child. Well, that's excellent.
They're all on YouTube. You can look for them. You can download all the videos from Roger. Yep.
Awesome. That's really...
They will then soon be uploaded on Queen Zone as well, I think.
We'll be uploaded on my channel. I'll edit it together or whatever. We can get permission to use it, which obviously Queen doesn't care. So anyway, this week's conversation is going to be interesting. Not apart from Kneboworth, we'll get to that later. But we have also got some great stuff happening with Gary Taylor this week, which I have to say, me and my friend Mike, we were talking about this last night on Skype, and you should have been here. It was hilarious, wasn't it? Hilarious.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So Tess, did you saw the new video by Gary Taylor?
Which one?
The one with the Bohemian Rhapsody and These Are the Days of Our Lives single.
Is that a new one he's uploaded today?
Yes, no. It was uploaded today.
We will.
Isn't that not the 1992 version?
It's the new release.
No, it's the
new Bohemian Rhapsody
version from 1991. The with the black cover.
With
the black cover with double A side Bohemian and These Are the Days. Because I have that as a CD single, I think.
Our friend David has it actually as well, so he's got that. So, from my point of view, I'll get that later. I'll get to it later. Don't worry. What have I got to say about that? Haven't we, Mike? Have we got to say about it? Haven't we? We have our opinions.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying to Mike, we have our opinions.
Yeah.
We had a good opinions last night. Okay, my first thing I'm going to talk about is Queen Zone. I brought this up, and I'll tell you why I brought this up. Barbara has been as I understand, Barbara, tell us a bit more about yourself and how you got into this Queen Zone business.
Well, I'm a old normal fan, you know. Queen played on the radio when I was a kid, and so I became a fan, but in a very low-key way, if I say that. But this changed a lot after I got internet.
Yes, it did. Internet.
Yeah, and I came to Queen Zone by chance, and I found the MP3 server Richard used to run. I don't know if any of you remember that.
I do.
He had a very small, very slow MP3 server, but I got my first bootlegs, and I was hooked, I think is the right word.
Yep.
And so,
was that Richard guy not a Dutch guy? Because I've been a member on Queen Zone for a long time, even before 2000, I guess. Because I moved to Apeldoorn in 1997, so the next 2-3 years I should be a member of Queen Zone, and I indeed remember that they had like just 20 concerts and that's it, which you had to download song by song, one by one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember that I remember that on one of the New Year's Eves on 31st of December, I was staying where I lived at the moment and not going back to my parents. So, and I didn't go out because I wasn't feeling well, so I just stayed home,
downloading.
I'd like to just bring on. I'd like to just say hello to Mark.
Evening, all.
Because Mark is back, and he's not very well because he's been having a lot of flu and a lot of illness, and he was very bad last week. So we're going to take it easy with him this week. So we thought
I'm not going to be on too long, guys.
Okay, mate, no problem. Well, anyway, I'm glad you're here. We're just waiting for David. We have some exciting news to tell you guys. Mark, I've got some very special news to tell you about that Kneboworth 86, which is so bloody amazing. And I have to say it, but we'll wait until David comes on, because I've got to tell you. Right, this is what I want to tell you tonight. But but Queen's on anyway for me. That was where everything started for me. It was brilliant. It's still going anyway, which is great for it and stuff.
If you want to hear the rest of my story.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I work at the university, and I had access to an MP3 server myself, so I opened one for Richard. And this was much faster than the original one, but very unfortunately the whole server broke down under the international requests, and I had to stop it. But in this few months I met so many Queen fans from all over the world, and that's a real big part for me to have all these friends.
That's
when you asked about this 25th anniversary of Freddie's death, I would like to meet as many people as possible in London or elsewhere to celebrate together.
We were going to have, me and Marcus, we were going to try and arrange a day to go up to the Garden Lodge and have a party and have a meet-up there with Queensville people. Fortunately, it never happened because we went to this big record fair thing, and it got way out of proportion, and we just basically said, fuck it, we're just going to go to school there instead.
Okay.
No one turned up anyway, so we weren't even well. I wasn't well. We were ill.
I got a cold off of you.
Again. I remember as well, mate.
So I take it this is Barbara.
Yes,
this is Barbara, yes, who joined us last week.
Oh, finally hearing your voice at last.
Yeah, and yours.
Nice actually hearing from you, Barbara.
Yeah, same here. Very nice to talk to you.
She's from the Queen Zone page, which is good. We're just waiting for David Rose to come. David is coming online in a second. I want to tell him this brand new news we have of this Kneboworth 86, which is amazing. I've told Leander, and I've told Mike this as well, who's the Beatles and Queen fan. I've told them to already, but we're going to leave it for you two because we're very surprised at what we have, which is interesting. And I think it's well worth buying for a start. And that's all I'm going to say for now, until we just get David on. So if David gets his chicken on and just decides to come join us, he'll be in the oven and just let it,
and then get roasted.
And then get roasted. Roasty's the man.
Just to let you know, the broadcast of the Rags to Rhapsody thing, they got the Odeon thing after, but it seems like it's the same BBC edited version.
Oh, fucking hell. That's the last thing we need to hear. Oh. Death. Gary Taylor. that's what my word's going to be, Gary Taylor.
But this is not Gary's fault, is it? I mean, Gary has no say in what is released and what is done by the Queen.
You want to hear what we were talking about last night, me and Mike? We were seriously. We knew straight away what he's all about. And Mike and Mark, we need to tell you this as well. So we'll tell you this very quickly before we do this thing, right? Let's explain what we did last night.
Yeah.
Last night, because Mark was not very well. Last night on here, me and Mike were talking for like 4 hours on Skype all day, and it was great. In the conversation, Gary Taylor came up last night, and Mike, do you want to go and say what we said last night? Do you just want to get in?
Oh. No.
Yes. Please say it. Just please say it.
We talked about the videos by Gary Taylor and Gary Taylor himself, and it's well, no, I don't think that this is good for YouTube.
I don't care. Oh, Rusty's here. I'll just quickly say that we agreed that Gary Taylor doesn't care about any releases. He just basically just likes to just entertain us with just his hands and his things.
Yeah.
Doesn't care. No,
He doesn't care about criticism.
Yeah, criticism, that's it. So if you've been trying to talk to him, Mark, he doesn't care?
I don't actually talk to him. The last time I spoke to him was just before this Odeon thing came out.
Yeah.
And he just ignored you.
He doesn't care. He just does not care. What?
I remember that I sent a mail to Gary Taylor when he started his channel on YouTube, because in 2013 I got I had some things in my collection, and then I thought I'm writing to him something to him, and asked him if it would be good to do a videos about some items, and he did. He sent me a mail back, so he replied.
Yeah. He's very, very. But that's the thing is, he doesn't care about any releases. All he wants to do is go on camera and just go. That's it. I don't care.
You really have to watch the new video with the Bohemian Rhapsody double A side.
I'll do a reaction. Oh, you've seen it?
I have seen it. Bloody awful. In fact, I noticed someone did actually copy it and paste it onto Gary Taylor's actual wall. I did notice someone has done it. Pasted your version, Tez. So obviously he must have seen it.
It's alright. Hey, I don't care.
I just say that,
Taylor,
oh my god, the
care.
crest. He has done some really bad effects with the video effects with the Queen crest.
It's terrible.
Yeah, really terrible.
I'll just say from my point of view, I will watch it and I'll give me my reaction to it. I might actually do a reaction tonight on here. Actually, it might be interesting. So I'll try to keep it down though.
Or you do a live reaction. That would be great.
Well, I can't shout a lot because all I just say is just going to be my tone is going to turn down a little bit. But I suppose I could. I'm trying to ring David, but I can't get David on a moment for it. So
something I've always wanted people to. I want to ask other people because we know what we feel about it. Ted.
Go on, mate.
Both you and me have heard Roger Taylor's Fun on Earth album.
Yes.
But what do other people think of that?
A good question. I never brought this up either. So what do you guys think of Fun on Earth? Be honest. But so Barbara, actually. Barbara.
I really hate it.
Nice one.
I think it's really bad. So sorry, I can't say anything else. There's one song that's Unblinking Eye, which he released on a single, and I think that's a fantastic song. Absolutely great song.
Sunny Day, or originally called "Woman You're So Beautiful."
Yeah.
Fantastic song. Best song on the bloody. Excellent.
Yeah, Sunny Days.
That's what I like anyway.
One Night Stand is great as well.
No, the One Night Stand.
I like the Dave R. Fuller mix here on YouTube.
All right. Oh, he did one, did he?
That's a good mix. Yeah.
Okay. Nice one.
Sounds more heavier than the album track.
Nice one. I'm checking out in the show.
Okay, what I do not like about the album it's put together from all this old stuff. He made a new album after like 13 years.
10 years.
Or something.
He's trying to be
a long time.
The drummer's song, right? The drummer's song. It sounds like he's trying to be a new teenager or something in trying to sing as a rapper or something on the track. It's a great
Yeah,
track.
I'm the drummer of the band or
Yeah,
something.
the drummer song. Yeah, what's it called? Drummer song anyway.
Just the drummer.
Just like I was trying to sing. It's like,
I'm a drummer in a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst title ever.
Yeah,
it's not bad anyway. David's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, hello.
Roasty!
Yes.
David,
Don't call it roast.
welcome back. Barbara's here now as well, so Barbara is talking to us
Hello.
live from her
Hello.
house. Hello.
Live from Germany.
Live from Germany.
Yes.
It's great. David, I'm very glad you've come on tonight. We have some exclusive news to tell you about Kneboworth 86.
Oh, tell us.
We have a confirmation about it. We'll start this conversation now. I don't want to keep Mark too long because Mark's very well, obviously, so we're trying to keep it a little bit down. Okay, this is what's happened. I've had two messages from... I had a message from Auntie Den, and I had a message also from a Queen fan who on Queensville. We've all been wondering what this DVD footage is, right? I have now got a confirmation what this footage is. The footage that is on the DVD is the audience recording of the show. The filming of it is on the screen, but it's not the YouTube version of it. This is the original footage of it that they never ever showed. And I've told Leander this already as well.
So is it the footage that was shown on the wall, or?
Yeah, it's the amateur video on the actual wall itself, but it's also it also pans down to the stage as well.
Oh, okay.
So we get part stage, and part of the screen as well of it, but it's not the YouTube version. It's not the cut version. This is the full version of it. It's the audience it's the audience sound as well. It's not mixed. It's not remixed or anything. It's actually the sound. It sounds like apparently it's supposed to be fucking amazing on it. So, from my point of view, I think this is worth buying.
So I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you are telling us. Are you talking about a new release?
You know, Kneboworth 86 came out on Wardour.
Oh, okay, the Japanese. Okay.
The non-official release.
The official release. And video footage.
Yeah, Wardour is not official, no? It's a bootleg.
It's a bootleg.
That's a bootleg.
And this is the footage that apparently the footage that we've got on this DVD is not the footage on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
It's not that footage. It's actually the footage that it's actually been properly done by the person who filmed it, which is filmed at the stage and filmed on the screen as well. It's audience recording as well, the audience audio.
Okay. So has anybody seen this DVD already? So
There's been apparently somebody ripped it to you guys on Queen's Zone, and the DVD footage is ready to download. Someone did a torrent of it.
Oh no, I haven't looked for a couple of days.
Well, the only thing about it is you've got to download it from the forum of the audio forum bit.
Okay.
So someone posted it on there when it was released. The Wardour DVD is uploaded on that channel on your Queen Zone page.
Okay.
So I do have to say I tried to download it the other day, and it's difficult. But obviously, if you download it, it's an interesting thing to see actually.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really surprised.
And the audience and the sound on it we're getting is the audience. It's been EQ'd obviously on the sound, which Greg has confirmed last week, and it is not the same. It's not the same version as what we've got, as what me and Mark's got. This is a different version that they've actually put on. It's not the mixed version. It's not the edited version. This is the audience version in full, but EQ'd to the max.
Very interesting.
Now, you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying what's going on here.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So that's the scenario that we have. So that's the final part I want to say about it. But it is the amateur footage filmed at the screen, but the audience recording is the video of it as well. And Greg Brooks has also been interesting to find out. Greg Brooks has apparently said that there is no actual footage of this recorded because of the stuff that was only put on the DVDs of Magic Years and the other stuff, but it was not. But no footage. He says no footage exists of it. We will hope you have a good night tonight as well. Yeah, I don't want to keep you too long, obviously, but that's the confirmation mark of that DVD obviously for the Kneboworth.
Okay, cool.
So I'm really going to buy. I'm going to buy it, but you can download it on Queenzone. And if Barbara,
Yes,
if you can try and download that for yourself, would you be able to come back to us after Christmas and find out what that footage is?
Yes, of course.
Brilliant.
I'm just looking for the link, but
it's on
the announce forum. I don't see it.
No, it's on the forum.
Barbara, do you work for queenzone.com then?
Yeah, if you call it work.
Yes, she does.
Yes, I'm admin on Queenzone.
Yeah, administrator.
Yeah. So for Richard, who's very busy, and he's been running Queenzone since 1995. And
I remember it. The first time I came on that website was 2001 when I was still at college. And I can remember it then because you used to be able to download every Queen concert from 1973 to 1986.
Yeah. That's song by song, one by one.
Yeah, you could do it song by song, or you could do the whole entire concert.
But Barbara.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a long-time member for Queenzone as well, but I think a few years ago, I don't know, I think 2, 3, 4 years ago, normally you get every week or every several weeks you get an email from Queenzone, and suddenly they stopped sending the emails with the new links for new concert. Why did it stop? Because I requested what happened and I never got a reply to it.
That's a good question. I think that was the newsletter, and it was created automatically, and for some reason Richard simply stopped it. He moved around. Originally he lived in Australia. Now he lives in England, and he kind of forgot, certain things. And Queenzone is really very unworked. Nobody does very much. Very often I get messages on Facebook or on Queenzone through private messaging. Hello, there's a troll, and then I go and delete the troll, the spam messages.
I call them truth or lies, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's pretty impossible to maintain such a big website so really closely over so many.
It's a great website. What you guys are doing.
Yes, absolutely.
I have to say something really positive. This website has been the best website ever for Queen fans to go on and post stuff.
I agree.
My Queen's Day got the most attention on that forum than ever, and I was so happy with it. And I can't believe it was such a talking point that I had.
The only thing that I do find is a bit of a problem on that website is that the news updates, they don't update them anymore so much as they used to. And you got a poll thing where you're voting, and it says, do you want Adam Lambert or Paul Rodgers in the band anymore? And that's years ago.
Yeah, that's
Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's pretty deserted website,
it is.
and the main point that keeps the website running is the sharing. Because people can download all this material, and tons of stuff has been shared over the years. And now somebody Tess, you sent me a link, and I see that's my own upload from.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, is it from 2007? And that's the old DVD, and this is not any different video.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. What was the highlight of 2015 this year? We'll start with David, because David's always got the first say. Thoughts about this one anyway. What was the highlight of 2015 of Queen?
This is a hard one. Well, I liked the Jim Jenkins interview very much. And some of the Queen releases this year were amazing. So those were a bit of highlights.
Good. And the pop quiz as well.
Yes, pop quiz.
Which you love.
Yes.
Highlight of the year.
I started with it.
Yeah.
And I like the Mac interview with David Roes. He's Mac after all.
Yeah.
He sounds like him, actually.
Isn't it, Mark? Big Mac.
Big Mac. Big Mac. Yeah. And what things do we look forward to for next year? What do you? I mean, I don't want to touch upon it from last week, but let me just read here. I can predict something happening in March. I don't know why March is coming up, but maybe something got done in March.
We might have something bigger then, yeah.
We hope so.
I think there's a possibility we could get that Brian May interview. Possibly.
Yes,
because I've been having as I said, I had a word with his PA, and they sent a message saying it'll be busy right up until February and March anyway.
Yes, because in between that time it's very difficult for him.
We might get a short. It'll only be a short interview.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh no! I won't take like 5 minutes or so. It might be pre-recorded if we can get pre-recorded. I'm not about that. But that's a great thing you've done for me, Mark, and it's really appreciated as well. And I really like the fact you've done the Reese Thomas thing, which is a great thing for me, just to get my channel, which is amazing. Which is
yeah, I'm trying to get it.
I've been watching that Brian Pern thing again on BBC 4, and I was laughing so hard yesterday. Oh my god, it's just so brilliant.
It's actually Reese Thomas's birthday on the 12th this month.
Is it? Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's planned this year. Just want to say quickly, guys, on the 18th of BBC 4 next week is showing that Dragster with Rhapsody thing. If you guys don't get to see it, I'll put some highlights on the channel, obviously. And if you guys need to watch it, go and watch it on BBC 4. You got 30 days to watch the program, and download it for free off the website, as I say. Well, what I'll do is then there's a great gesture to all of you. If you guys don't get to see this documentary, I will download it on the day when it gets published, and then I will send it to Barbara, and then I'll send it to everybody else.
Great.
Send it to me as well, please, because I don't have a TV here.
I'll send it to Leander, I'll send it to Mark, to Beatles and Queen, and then after we come back after Christmas, I want everybody to discuss about it after that. I'll have a good conversation for me to discuss about it, and Reese Thomas's great work on that as well.
Tess?
Yes.
I can record it. The show. I have an account on online TV recorder.
Okay.
Oh. So I can do that by myself.
Oh, okay.
But thank you.
Okay. But I'll just download BBC 4 because I know how to do it now. I've got a new software program, which I can't really say about it, but I'll just say it's made my life very happy indeed for this year. Getting programs enough to download, which is good. But I will be sending it to you guys on the after Christmas on the day. I'll read it to everybody. So on WeTransfer is a really good thing as well, which is David's been introducing me to WeTransfer a lot, which is even fantastic to use and stuff as well. Yes.
It is. Sorry, says.
No.
It is said that it's going to be released on DVD, though. It's actually true. It will be released on DVD, and it'll be a longer version on DVD, of course.
Nice one.
Oh, I gotta have that one.
And Mark, do you know if there's very different material from the documentary in the Odeon box?
There's loads of stuff that's never been seen before,
okay.
So it's all going to be rare, the whole entire program.
Great.
It's done a really. Apparently, Mark was saying that he's done a lot of Reese Thomas did a lot of digging around every single TV station, every single bit.
He's still doing it now, apparently.
It's not even finished yet, and it's still there's elements in there that I think this is going to be his best job he's ever done.
Yeah, every time his name gets mentioned,
he's just brilliant.
We were all getting excited.
I tell you what, I did watch that Great Pretender, the Great Pretender thing. He got an award for that actually, which is really interesting. He got an award for the best documentary of the year, which is awesome.
I mean, he was responsible for the best Queen documentary ever.
He's done a good job on that, though.
Yeah, Days of Our Lives, and I mean,
and Great Pretender.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, the Great Pretender as well, and. When you bought the Blu-ray, you got some extras on Freddy.
15 sort of extra interviews.
I think there's a possibility they might do a free DVD set called The Complete Story of Queen, and it will feature all three of them, as in Days of Our Lives, Great Pretender, and Rags to Rhapsody.
That'd be nice.
There's a possibility that might happen.
If the packaging comes out, I'm buying that.
We will already have them, so what's the point in this?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's for collectability. It's better for having collectability of it. I don't have a Blu-ray player, but don't have a Blu-ray myself. But for what it's worth, for just buying it and for 3 sets, definitely, I would buy it for £30. If it comes at £30, I'll buy them. What do you think?
I will buy the new documentary. I already have the other two.
Oh, quick question, David.
Yes.
What happened? What happened to that Queen Forever documentary that was done? Is that now being removed permanently off the guy's site?
It was made last year by Stikke van
the
der
Dutch
Veen.
one.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, the Dutch one.
Yeah,
The
yes,
Dutch one.
yes. He is becoming very known with Queen now. And he made it last year, and it was broadcasted on a Dutch TV channel, and then he was sharing this with fellow Queen fans, and that was the end of it. So it is around over the net, but it is mostly Dutch.
No, I don't care if it's Dutch.
Well, he did actually feature on the Queen Fan Club magazine a few months ago.
Yes,
and it was said, even David Rowe, even your name came up on the Queen Fan Club magazine itself.
It did.
Yes.
So even he said though that there was an uncut version of that documentary because it was meant to be 2 hours long, but they had to cut it for TV.
There were. I got a sort of work in progress version, which was
I have the raw version.
Yeah, a raw version.
I love the raw.
I have that one too.
He asked me if I would comment on some things which could be better, and then I explained to him that some dates and years were incorrect. So he worked on that, and then after that I got a big thank you, and it was broadcasted on a Dutch TV channel. But you know, the thing is, when Stikke is working on something, you can expect loads and loads of rare material because the guy is sitting on a sort of Queen Archives treasure chest.
Yeah, but the problem is that with the last one, he tried to raise funds, and he did not come close to what he was hoping to get to make a decent documentary.
Yes, it was with that one, but the Queen Forever documentary.
Yeah.
Was it a Kickstarter that he did?
Yeah, it was through a website that he was trying to get funds to make this documentary, and
because he needed to buy a lot of stuff from people, the original footage and the rights for some stuff
from TV stations.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this year he made another one, which is, in my opinion, even better, which is called Queen Rock a la carte. And that was a one-off for the Queen Convention this year. And,
that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and that's...
that was mentioned on the official Queen Fan Club signing bit, because I was signed into the fan club thing, and apparently they showed it on screen. It was like the uncut version.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is 2 hours long.
Good.
And it features a lot of live material from 70 shows, which has never been released before. And you also get to see Queen on stage, off stage, getting gold discs, and you see a longer version of the We Are the Champions video shoot. John with his kid outside the studio. So he is sitting on a real treasure chest with loads of audio and video, which he bought over the years. And if you look at his collection, it's
impressive.
Really.
It's really good. I mean,
David,
I have to say something, David. Your guy was the person who you're working with. He is just brilliant of coming up with all this stuff that I've never ever seen before. And what a job!
And I have to say, he is also very generous to the fans. If he trusts you and you have a good friendship with him, he is ready to share some things with other fans.
Exactly. Right,
David. You're just talking about there was the movie for about 2 hours on the convention.
Yes.
Is there any way we can download it or see it or anything?
To share?
Well, I have already sent it to some fans. I have sent it to Barbara a couple of days ago. Have you seen it already?
No.
No, I haven't. I'm sorry, I was very, very busy, but not forgetting it. And
well, I still have the link over here. So
is it the uncut version?
It's the version that was shown on the convention mark, and I have the link over here. So if you guys want it,
yes, we would love to do it. We'll download it after we'll definitely download that. No problem.
Yeah, I got it before the convention, and I promised him not to share it around before the convention, but now it is over. So
for the purposes of YouTube video, you guys will not see that link, but it will, it will only be posted onto Facebook. So guys, unfortunately, you're not going to see that link on this video. So that's
it's hidden.
No, bloody join the convo if you're interested.
If you want to join the conversation, you'll get the link on there.
But it's a great documentary, and
it is brilliant.
Every time he is making something, you can expect rare footage.
The unexpected, which is really good.
I am wondering myself where the hell he get all this rare audio and video footage. But
he's like the Rhys Thomas of Netherlands, really. Isn't he?
Yeah,
fantastic.
He has a sort of own private Queen Archives vault. If you want to call it like that, loads of videotapes and real tapes, and he has showed me some stuff and sent me some stuff which is mind blowing.
I tell you what, you should be interested in go and see Peter Hintz. Go see Peter Hintz.
Now
that's cool. Mark, are you got to go now because you've got to go hear things are happening over there. So
yeah, I'm going to go in 5 minutes, not yet.
Right.
Well,
okay, I've got one more question.
I like the conversation that David's coming up with.
Brilliant, good. Because I've got another question about that actually, and this is something that Mark told me last week. I never asked anybody this. So this is going to go to Germany. This is going to go to Holland, and this is going to go to the UK. And I want to answer. I know David's going to be the first one to speak. Do you all think that TV stations have Queen archives in the vaults?
Yes, without a doubt. There is more.
Sure. I think BBC have a heck of a lot.
Oh, the BBC, definitely, yes. I mean, we're going to get to see the Now I'm Here Top of the Pops performance.
Never seen before?
Yeah, which...
I think Sweden have a lot of Queen footage as well. Sweden, you know.
Yes, I'm sure there are a lot of TV stations that has more Queen footage from moments when the band was in their country.
Because I can remember, sorry to butt in,
no?
I can remember not long after Freddie had died, I can remember a news report here in Britain. I think it was because I used to be able to have Anglia television from where I used to live, because I used to live in Southend, which oddly enough I'm not far from there now. So the weird thing was, after Freddie had died, I remember there was this footage from a concert from 1986 in Sweden, and it showed footage from the a Magic Tour show from Sweden. So I was thinking maybe that footage might exist, a bit of that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more out there, but you will have to pay for it.
We're going to do the reaction video now. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
You can all see the screen. Yeah. By the way, I just want to show you this. This is my desktop.
Okay.
It's not great, isn't it?
Oh, this GIF.
It's a GIF image that was posted onto Facebook today.
Nice.
Oh, this thing is lovely. So, anyway, so here's now the next Gary Taylor video, and every time I'm going to do this, we want your reactions to it. And I think I will have my say about it as well.
Oh, that one. I love the piano playing.
We're going to keep the sound on. And if you guys want to scream, shout, whatever you want to do, because I'm going to have to keep it down a little bit because obviously the dog and everything else. So here is the Gary Taylor 360. This is Bohemian Rhapsody. And from my point of view, I don't know what to expect. So here we go.
Drum rolls.
No. Oh, God.
Oh, I've seen this a few hours ago.
He's look at the editing though; it's terrible. Come on!
This is the double A-sided single "Bohemian Rhapsody: These Are the Days of Our Lives," which was released in the UK on the 9th of December 1991. The single was released by Parlophone Records as a tribute to Freddie Mercury. who died of AIDS on the 24th of November.
That's not the worst part of it.
1991.
No, we'll come to the
And all
worst
the
part in a
proceeds
minute.
from this release were donated to the Clarence Higgins Trust.
I just say crest.
And there's a small message on the back of all the sleeves there
Okay.
about AIDS concerns us all.
Yeah, Gary.
And a nice
It says
picture sleeve with a
fourth
gold
number
crest
one
on.
single, but I mean, it is Bohemian Rhapsody,
And,
and it
silver
was
label.
number one in several.
that's-
on a few
That's the
formats
effect
here in the UK.
yeah.
Oh God,
So the
I
7-inch
was looking for.
single,
that's horrible.
I have 2 of those
a
releases.
cassette single,
He's ruined it. So... Cass single.
yeah.
tracks on.
Yeah, the famous
Right.
cassette single.
Have you noticed he's made a mistake on that video? Let me just go back a minute.
They really released another cassette.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Notice the look. Look, he's prone here. 1 second. Let me go. There. Cass single.
Yeah, I think it's an common name
Yeah.
for it. It's a combination
cassette
of
single.
cassettes and singles.
His
Yeah.
fonting is bad.
The cassette single was
Same tracks
was
on.
a bit of a short-lived format in the early 90s, but it didn't make made it.
He can't get a package.
And also
Yeah.
a CD single.
Wow, we
there's no picture
saw
discs
a
or
lot of the
12-inch
cassette.
vinyl.
That's the one I had,
Colour
Oh, was that it?
vinyls.
and
That's one I have as well.
Three
Yeah,
formats
me
too.
in the UK.
I'm sure
This
everybody.
is the one
had-
that David's got.
And again,
Yeah.
the
We've
AIDS
been through a lot of good
concerns us all
information about this
message,
one.
I'm sure we all have this.
Yes, we have this one.
and the 2 tracks.
It's not a. No, I must be mistaken. It's not a version where there's an extra disc, 2 disc.
The single was released all over the world.
Not as far as I
and
know.
this is the 7-inch
Oh, this
vinyl
is the one that
copy
I've got,
from
the
Germany.
German 7-inch.
Right.
Again on the Parlophone Records label.
Yeah.
And the AIDS concerns us all
Doesn't really say
message
much about
on the
that one.
back. Proceeds again to the
Well, I have
Clarence
seen some
Higgins Trust.
videos on the net
and also
for
double
Queen-related
A-side.
stuff, and those cameras are
In
way
Germany.
sharper than his
And
one.
also available as
I was
a
expecting
single.
HD
Slightly different colours in the UK
1080 quality, but
and
when you
tracks.
look at his videos
Yeah.
for the studio
I just
collection,
want to do. Okay, I want to say something. I can't even see what the hell is on that tape.
Yeah.
It's just not.
as far as I can see, the left side is Bohemian Rhapsody, These Are the Days of Our Lives, and on the right side as well.
Yes.
But you know
Gary.
that already.
Gary.
Yeah, we already know that,
Gary.
but it's,
Gary.
he's
What?
putting it up there
What?
because it's
on that one,
24 years
because it's
ago,
double-sided
to this day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there was also
4-track release.
another interesting
Also advertising the
thing.
greatest hits
Exactly
album
on
there.
this day, 35 years ago, maybe
Also
around
issued in
this
Japan
time, Queen
as
performed
a
Imagine.
CD single.
On this,
Yeah.
OBI.
As a tribute to John Lennon.
Was
And
Yeah.
the Flash
Tracks,
Gordon
message
soundtrack
on
was
back.
released on
Was
the
also
8th.
released.
Issued by
Yes.
EMI.
Yeah,
Yes.
on John Lennon's death.
it's strange when you think
And the
about it.
sleeve is
Oh, I
a
like this release. Gary is
8-page
showing now.
Mm.
It's in Japanese.
Booklet.
Nice Japanese release that.
This is very
Including the
nice
lyrics,
I
release.
like it.
Yes.
I
tracks.
like it.
Which
And also
you get a
includes
book,
a
sort of
double-sided
thing and booklet
folded
with
out.
pictures.
Yeah. But it,
Most of them from the greatest greatest
Greatest
pics.
Feature many
to,
pictures of the
book.
band
Yeah, that's
Freddie.
looks great.
throughout their career.
Yeah.
but for God's sake, Gary, you're not telling us anything. You just muting it. You just go.
And
Is
the
this-
same
is
Oh,
this
booklet
thing.
That
with very
bloody effect.
Is-
I get it.
writing
Is this without sound, Tess?
on. I don't know if you can
Sorry?
pick that up there.
Is this video without sound?
No, you should hear it. Hear it.
Nice
no, I
sound
don't hear
from
anything.
Japan. Also in
stereo.
Australia, they
Have
had
you
this
guys
CD
heard
single with a mini poster
the latest
as well.
videos from Gary? He talks
The
through
publishing
one
company
channel,
released this
Yes,
limited
yes,
edition
and
music
that's
book
so
in memory
annoying.
of Freddie,
Oh,
with
jeez.
the
Yeah.
lyrics
I want to find that video.
You're hearing his voice on the
Again,
right
raise more
channel,
money for the
and on the left channel
Clarence
you
Higgins
you
Trust.
hear this guy playing piano.
There's a bunch of
I,
pages in there, all
I
music,
recognize that's
no-
that's where
no photos
that's,
of the band or
as
Freddie.
well.
It's
Annoying.
advertising
Yeah, it's really
rather
annoying.
So, from my point,
books that international
fingers on the bums. Yeah,
publications
that's it. Fingers.
have
Yeah.
also
Okay.
issued.
Idiots.
Well,
music press
the
also
videos are okay, but some of them are way
put out
too short.
adverts
Too much.
That
all the,
that I like a advert.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's really nice.
It is. So, I have to say, I will have to be very, very honest about this, because this is something I will bring up. That, well, let's stop sharing this for a moment, because we've got to find another video. Oh, I don't have to be so honest.
You don't like him, do you?
The editing is worse. Worse than the last one. The crest is so annoying in the video, for my own opinion. So I'm gonna have to say again, editing is awful. But the things we're trying to see what is on it. Well, yeah, but you just say again. You're quiet, mate. Shut up. No. Good release. I actually like that release of Bohemian Rhapsody. I prefer David's though. David's
My
better.
opinion on him is that he needs more video effects.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. You do a better job.
Oh, please. He needs to find new editing software or try and get off Cyberlink a lot. But he needs to stop editing videos.
But he has also uploaded videos with items which I've never seen before.
What?
There
No.
There was an item of a display photo thing with all Queen images on it, which kept changing every time. It was at the last moment they decided not to release it.
Oh, right.
One of the first videos on his channel it was, but was not released.
Yeah. I've explained this so many times. If you watch my channel called Queensville, David, how long was our video? How long are the videos that we did of yours?
1.5 hours.
No, it was 4 hours to film it.
Yeah, 4 hours. But we did a lot of items back to back.
Yeah, we did, and they were in full detail, and there were close-ups of it, and that is how you do a video. Right, and you know exactly what's on it as well. Now, he hasn't got the time, well, because he works at Waitrose, as I've told Mike, and he was laughing his pants off to this.
What? I didn't understand.
He works at Waitrose, love. Barbara, he works at a place called Waitrose. It's a supermarket shop.
Ah, okay.
He's not getting paid from. This is another thing I didn't even mention. He's not getting paid from Queen Productions actually.
So he works at a supermarket and he can afford a waterfall and a jacuzzi and a full-sized garden.
I knew he was going to have a go at it.
Have you seen this? And he works at a supermarket and he gets paid more?
He's running a hotel or bed and breakfast.
Oh.
That's the jacuzzi or something.
Yeah, but have you seen his back garden? It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a jacuzzi and a waterfall and stones and everything.
Yeah. And my point of view.
He works at the supermarket.
And he works at Waitrose to get extra money. He doesn't get paid from Queen. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I wanted to say. He's basically just a fan. He's just a fan, and he's not paid, as far as I know.
That's right.
For this video. So, okay, he's a bad videotaper, but he does his best, I would say, and you can blame Queen to make it look official.
Yeah,
that's
but
the point. That's the same with Greg Brooks.
That's right. That is absolutely right. Yeah. But what my gripe is, he can afford to go on holiday all the time with his mates. Doesn't go to any Queen conventions. Doesn't go to anything. And what does he do? He just shows his massive collection in the massive 2 rooms he has, and just doesn't get paid from Queen to actually do it. But he does get paid from Google AdSense, though, because he's advertising a product that he's buying. He's getting paid from Google. He's getting paid from YouTube.
Okay. I have a couple of videos I'm not paid, so hello. So I didn't know that you get money from YouTube.
Yeah, you do. But you've got to. But your channel's got to have 10 videos a week to upload it.
He get all the official Queen releases, I assume. Mm-hmm. So every time he works on a project like the Studio Collection or Live at the Rainbow, he gets the
gets it for free. He gets it for free, doesn't pay anything for it.
Yeah,
but he doesn't really get them for free. He writes the texts on sleeves and things like that.
Yes,
so,
he
does.
I would blame Queen for this non-professional approach to use a fan for such work who is obviously not qualified.
I totally agree.
You hit the nail on the head.
Absolutely, 100% agree with that comment you just said. Spot on.
But I would not blame Gary for that. He's just a old fan who has collected all his life. He has a massive collection. He cares very much for his collection and the band and everything. So I would blame the band that they allow things like this to appear on YouTube, which makes them look very bad, in my opinion.
It's just
I would blame Queen Productions.
Yes, correct.
This is the thing I want to bring up next anyway. I'll bring it up now actually. Next question.
Tries his best.
Yeah,
tries his best.
You understand what I'm trying to say, because
definitely.
He's just a very normal bloke. Who,
yeah.
And many fans, that many fans find a way to, come closer to the band and get some semi-official position and get invited to the after-show parties, which is great for them. And the other fans are a little bit annoyed because they also buy a lot of stuff, and so it's really unprofessional from Queen to let these things happen.
The thing is that there are so many people who are better in editing videos, and I'm not talking about people are more into Queen, but they know how to really do a video. So and the fact that he isn't answering some the fact that he don't answer any
emails or questions
or react on criticism makes a big a bit arrogant.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's just but that for me, what I'm trying to get is, it's just the editing on his videos are so bad. I mean, that's all I hate about it. But the collection he has, I mean, I'm not going to criticise it. I do have to say something about it because it's just brilliant. But it's way too much. It's just way too much stuff. That's a die-hard fan who has everything in the whole world.
I wouldn't mind to have all of his collection.
I think, well, David, God bless you, your stuff's more worthily now than his stuff.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, David, but you are simply not so clever to make yourself so important for the band. That's the point, and I think that's what annoys you people about someone like Gary, because I don't know if you know that, but in the late 1990s he had this hotel with Peter Freestone. Have you heard about it?
No, I haven't read it.
No. Yeah, tell us. It was a Queen theme hotel near the town where he lives, and it went bankrupt.
I never heard this stuff
about it, because I suppose that the main problem stayed with Peter Freestone. He probably put his money into this hotel. It was a Queen hotel, and people came and looked at the Queen memorabilia and got drunk together with, I don't know, the host, I suppose.
Together.
And it went bankrupt. So he always had this way of, making himself available for such positions. So
I have to say, and sometimes he answers some questions on Facebook. I've answered him some things over the years, and sometimes he does reply to them. So about he is not allowed to talk about releases, but sometimes he replies to some questions.
Yeah.
But I have to say, and this is the second time that Barbara again amazes me with.
She's just fantastic.
Never unheard stories. I like that.
This is a good thing that David likes as well.
So
moving on from. So go on, you asking the question, Mark?
Yeah, I've got a question. Where was this hotel located?
I think it was in Torquay.
Torquay.
That's the town where Gary lives.
Yeah, he lives.
I think it was somewhere in this area, but I'm sure I can find it in some old websites. It was pretty common knowledge in the 1990s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it didn't hold so very long. Maybe 2 years.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a Queen convention before, Barbara?
Only Dutch conventions.
Oh,
I have to say,
wonderful.
Yeah. I'm not brave enough to come to the English convention. I'm really afraid because a friend of mine told me you have to be drunk to survive it. And I don't drink. And then I read the stories about the trailers and no heating, the mold, and I thought, I wouldn't survive it. But I would really like to be there. I'm a fan club member.
Well, next year there is a Queen's Day in Newcastle, and I've been invited to go to it. And Jim Jenkins is going to be back there in Newcastle, and I'm going to be. Well, I'm hoping that I'm going to be presenting it next year because I've had a request. I've put a request in for Jim Stevenson. And I want to know if I can go and present it, if I can do it next year, because it was a disaster. It was a disaster that happened last year. 2 years ago we went there. It was a bloody awful disaster. It was terrible because I didn't want to be there. It was just so trashy. It was crap.
Is something planned on the in next year in Montreux?
Definitely, I see it on Facebook all the time that they are planning for a birthday party. It would be 70th birthday of Freddie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the 25th anniversary.
And Jessica Soto's been highlighted to go and perform there, I think, next year.
Yeah.
The one in
I
back.
really hope that there will be a something in London in November, hopefully, like 2001 and 2006.
Yeah. My next Queen's Day comes up in the 24th next year. For another birthday party of celebration of Freddie Mercury, and then we've got this other thing happening next. When is this thing happening? The 16th, is it? No, it's not. It's the 16th. Come on, what it is now? It's one of the days. But next week it's the Queen. The Chris. Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's the 27th of December. I've got a Queen's Queen of Christmas thing happening. With videos
the stream.
The stream. There's like a live stream happening for Queensville's own channels, getting a first ever live stream of videos and performances, and basically it's your choice really what you want to see. So another voting system again and everything else. So and pop quiz as well, David.
Yeah.
Pop quiz.
So I have a question.
I like that.
Does any one of you go to the Queen and Adam Lambert concerts?
Where?
Sure.
I will just move on from that question.
Well, I have said I like the fact that Roger and Brian still wants to play live, but I'm a little bit of fed up with every now and then we get a new singer, and I don't like that.
No, this setup is just totally no.
I respect the wishes of Brian and Roger and Spike and Rufus to play live, and that's okay. But I mean, they could be doing it until the day they die. But every now and then, would it 2 years or 3 years, we get a new singer, and I find it very hard to cope with it. But it reminds me of how great Freddie was, and still is.
He's here.
But it's my own opinion.
No, that's fine.
Of course, I mean, you don't have to defend yourself, in my opinion. I really liked very much the Queen and Paul Rodgers tours, both of them. I think they were fantastic tours. And I have seen a couple of Adam Lambert concerts, and I cannot relate to this guy. He doesn't, speak to my guts, if you say.
He doesn't appeal to you.
I agree with that.
Just a screaming musical singer for me.
Yeah, and he's also doing solo tours, and he's very successful with his new album and singles. But I'm not that much into Adam Lambert, and I have also seen 2 of the Queen and Paul Rodgers tour, both in Rotterdam in 2005 and 2008, and they were okay.
I really like them.
Yeah, I just only went to see Brian and Roger and Spike.
The same goes for me here. I was in Cologne this year at the 29th of January, and for me, I'm 18 now, and I never saw Brian or Roger live, and for me, it's really like seeing Roger and Brian live.
Yeah.
Not Queen plus Adam Lambert.
It's one of those sticky things where it's just if you don't like Marmite, you like Marmite. If you don't like beans on toast, well, you just go for bread.
Yeah, and you also get to see Spike, who is always a sort of fifth member way back when the original lineup was performing. Yeah. But every time we get a new singer, it reminds me of Freddie.
It does.
I have been a bit of fed up with the Queen Plus thing, which is now been going on for like 15 years, and
I think it needs to end. It needs to end.
Yeah, it's great that they still like to play live, and I respect that. But every time we get a new singer, and it's not the thing for me.
But we have to remember that the time since Freddie has been dead, that's longer now than the time he had with Queen. You must imagine that, and they had not stopped their lives when he died. I think it's okay that they do it.
You know what is strange, Barbara? I remember back in 1992, Brian was in Holland to promote his Back to the Light album. And he spoke to a Dutch TV station, and he said, we can't go out and be Queen anymore. It doesn't make sense. And well, I know the name Queen still makes money. But I don't know what to think of all that.
Yeah, the thing is, they are unbelievably successful with this guy. You know, these Adam Lambert concerts sell so much better than Queen and Paul Rodgers. So why shouldn't they do it? I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course, it's very strange that they don't write any new music. They play the same catalog all the time. So it's it's again, okay, Tie Your Mother Down, never heard it. So that's a little strange, but...
but do you don't actually want them to make new songs anymore? Because it will not be Queen. It will be half the strength of the Queen songs.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the same with the Paul Rodgers album. It's not a bad album, but it's not in the Queen category. No. So everything they make now, even the solo projects, it's all aside from Queen. That's the strength of Queen. The 4 individuals who are battling for each song how it should be, and that makes it the Queen song.
I think the last real Queen thing was the live performance of The Show Must Go On in Paris, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the really last, the very last live performance, and No One But You is the very last Queen single. I think.
Yes.
Everything after that is just a project.
And after that was the SAS band and the tribute. That's the way God planned it, because that's when everybody played on that one. That was a great cover version. And it was basically a tribute to Freddie, really. That's what it was.
But remember when they released last year "Let Me in Your Heart Again"? That is such a beautiful song.
Amazing.
And it's now 30 years old, but it was so nice to hear that, and such a beautiful composed song, and just to hear Freddie.
Yeah, and Barbara.
I bet Freddie rejected it. I bet.
I just want to ask something, actually, Barbara. This might be an interesting question next.
She knows a lot.
Did you like the release of Queen Forever?
I'm sorry?
Did you like the release of Queen Forever, the CD that came out?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
The Forever compilation, Barbara.
The compilation.
Yes.
No. I'm not really such a big fan of the compilations. No.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of the 3 new tracks?
Well, yeah, they were not so new for me, you know. We have heard the Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury stuff in raw demo version, and they were better, in my opinion. Were better.
Agreed.
Yeah,
the mix was so horrible. And I heard a radio interview, and they played the Michael Jackson, Freddie stuff, and Roger all of a sudden said, "Hey, that sounds terrible."
Michael's vocals was way
too loud. Yeah, he's much
way too loud.
And you could really hear that Roger hadn't even heard this track, and that's simply horrible.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think of the Love Kills Ballad version?
Well, not too much. I don't like all these remixes. I'm really not into remixes. it's for me it's like the same old. So I was a little excited about "Let Me in Your Heart Again."
Oh, that's
because I had never heard
was great.
But I'm sure that he hated it because he never wanted this pop song stuff. It was too poppy.
And if you listen,
you know, it's really something better for Anita Dobson, I think.
But if you listen to it, it's hard to understand that Freddie rejected it. It's so beautiful, and it fits his voice so well.
Yeah, but he had his own opinion about the songs. You know, we know it. Brian once told us that "Too Much Love Will Kill You." Freddie did sing it, but he didn't like it, and he often said in interviews, "Okay, I sing that stuff, but that doesn't mean that I always like these songs."
No. Yeah.
And when you have a complete song and it never appeared on an album, like for example "Miracle," then probably he rejected it. He said, "No, I don't want this. I'm really sure he didn't like it, but that's his problem. We like it, so."
After he died, so the band decided to release it as well on the Made in Heaven album, but
I think it fits more on the Made in Heaven album than on the Miracle.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
But that was too close to the Anita Dobson release, you know.
Yeah.
Anita released that song. It was a hit for her, I think.
It was.
Sort of it.
Was a single release released in
and
1987.
that was some maybe 1989. I'm not so sure.
87 it was.
Yeah, 87.
And then maybe Made in Heaven, that was too close, so everybody remembered the song, and so it was better to keep it back because the Made in Heaven project was highly criticized. You know? They were blamed that they make money on the expense of a dead person.
Yeah.
So what do we feel about Made in Heaven?
Well, that's a very good question, David. So I'm going to hand the floor over to you now. Actually, Made in Heaven now. So let's talk about that because we haven't talked about that actually in a long discussion.
There are some. It's a mixed bag. So it's I like the album, but there are some tracks which didn't need to be on the album. For example, My Life Has Been Saved. That was 1989 B-side, and I like that version even better than the one that appeared on the album. They could have saved up the B-sides for the Miracle period and placed them on the Made in Heaven album, so that way we got some more new songs at the time.
Yeah, but when Scandal was released, they probably didn't think of a post-mortem release. You know, Freddie was still alive, so they didn't plan ahead. We keep these singles just in case when Freddie dies, then we can market them. So I think that was not. The Made in Heaven album was very complicated because they couldn't agree. I don't know if you remember this interview that Thomas Zeidler made with Roger Taylor when Roger blamed Brian May that he already went on tour so shortly after Freddie's death. I don't know. If
I heard something.
Yeah. He went on tour just to kept his mind. To the tour.
And Brian May, he refused to to go back to these tracks Freddie had left behind. And Roger Taylor and John Deacon, they went and started to make this album. And Brian, of course, he couldn't live with that fact that he wasn't involved, and so he came running to save the project. And then they all three together worked on it. So it was very, very difficult. And when it came out, I think it was, when it came out, I really, really loved that album. I thought it was fantastic.
But it's one of the best sold albums by Queen. I believe 20 million copies being sold.
In Germany, it was #1 for 10 weeks. And, it came out in the same week as Anthology 1 from the Beatles, and Made in Heaven beat it by billions. Really.
Yeah.
Was a huge
so what do you feel about this strange 22-minute ambient thing?
I don't know, really.
So like a sort of a Freddie going to heaven. I always thought of that.
I don't know if that is
it's
Freddie in mind. It was just noise.
Yeah, noise with some Freddie echoes and sound effects, and it was an idea by who was playing with it. I forgot his name, but the
was it David Richards?
Yes, thank you, David Richards. Yes, he was fiddling around with a synthesizer, and Brian and Roger came in and did some adding effects, and it's a sort of, Freddie's journey to heaven, I think. But it's a mixed bag of things. They put on stuff from Freddie's solo album. You got the Cross track, which has been revisited.
Everyone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Heaven for Everyone, which was a big hit, and Model Love, that's another story.
Winter's Tale.
Yeah, Winter's Tale, which I like very much.
Don't Fool Me.
You Don't Fool Me.
You Don't Fool Me, yeah. That's
and I didn't even know that It's a Beautiful Day was already 35 years old.
Yes.
From 1980. Mm. So it's an okay album, not the best in my opinion, but it was the right album to finish off.
I really liked it because it showed two things. One is, for example, Too Much Love Will Kill You. At the time when Made in Heaven came out, we had heard it from Brian May many times.
Yes.
And it was a complete Brian May song, and then I heard it from Freddie, and it was a totally different, so much better song. I was really blown away by it because Brian here has this whiny, I don't like it that much, so I thought the Freddie version was 10 times better. On the other hand, you had solo songs from Freddie.
Yes.
Made in Heaven, and which was the other one?
I Was Born to Love You.
Yeah, I Was Born to Love You. And they were so much better with the Queen, with the guitar and the whole arrangement. And you saw in retrospect how really bad it was when Freddie released it as solo tracks, because he lost his interest in the middle of the production and went away from this album. And when the two remaining Queenies went back to it, it was so much better. And so therefore I thought it was a great album. So
yeah.
I really like the Made in Heaven album. There are so many good things about that. I mean, it has one of the best artworks ever. I really like that
it's nice
cover.
Yes.
So if you have
so
if you have the vinyl copy of it, it has a beautiful gatefold cover.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory.
And
beautiful.
and that's really beautiful.
Mark has that.
Mark has that. He showed it on his videos.
It's worth loads of money.
Oh, so he got the original pressing.
He has it, yes.
And Chris has it as well.
Okay.
You'll see Chris's collection as I say after Christmas. So.
I have the studio collection version.
Yeah, which is a nicer one actually that they've released. That's how I like it.
for me, Made in Heaven is it's a really good album, and I do not really agree with here David and Barbara. The track 13. I think it's like a mix between Jean-Michel Jarre, if you know.
Yeah, I know him.
And Brian Eno. He did also some stuff with U2 on the Passengers project, the original soundtrack's #1, I think.
But how would you experience track 13 in your own opinion?
When I listened to this the first time, it was like, oh, there's another track on the CD.
Yeah.
And, I think the track fits very well with the artwork, so it's like, you can sit before.
It's like a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing which is nice, I was listening for the first time on my headphones. And this is funny. My headphones were really loud. And then when you get to the 9-minute passage, you hear a very, very hard sound. And
you mean the
yeah.
Yeah.
And
like throwing plastic bottles away.
Yeah.
And my headphones at the time were really loud, and I jumped up and I was, what the hell is this? Yeah, so when you listen to it for the first time, you don't know what to expect. And then to the end, we can hear Freddie saying "fab," and that's it.
It's one of those albums, and for me, and I was away, sorry, because I was doing something else. But for me, it's one of the nicest albums to end the legacy altogether, and I think it's a really nice tribute to the man. It's just great songs we reconstructed with Brian in much different studios, and I think it is just a nice end to the end of Queen, and that is the end of it really. That's for me.
Yeah.
That for me was that was a period where I went, that's it. There's no more, and after that was just chaotic abyss.
I still have to say it's now 20 years old, and every time I hear Mother Love, it sent shivers down my spine. And when
I've
you
heard
get
that a cappella version of that you sent us.
Yeah,
that's really. Oh God.
It still amazes me to this day when you hear the middle bit when he gets really high. I always ask myself, how did he manage to pull that off?
I mean, he's got his vodkas down him, and he did it, and that's it. One take.
It was months before he died, and when you get to the middle bit, how on earth did he manage to hit that high soaring?
I think he was doing that. I think he did that because he knew that he was not going to make it, and he said, "I have to make something now on tape that's going to be a standard for the audience to hear, and something that's going to be remembered."
It sent shivers down my spine just thinking about it. I mean, he was last year we got a guy who was in the Studio Montreux experience, and there was a cappella version. Oh man,
he did a video of the multi-tracks.
Yes, and I sure everyone agrees when you hear that middle bit, it sends shivers down your spine. I mean, it's
you can also hear on that take that at the very end of that take.
Yeah,
when he does it, you can hear somebody in the back room of either Brian saying something in the back room, saying something on it on the talkback. As on the talkback, you can hear it. On that.
Oh, okay.
But for me, it's just to close this one off. Great discussion of that one tonight. Very nice. Good thing about Made in Heaven. What I'm going to do in the next conversations is bring up albums that I think we need to talk about as well, which is another
that's nice to talk about.
We'll do that after Christmas, obviously. Which now leads me on to final thing for the conversation tonight.
Jerry Springer's final thought.
It kind of is really. When we started doing this just a few months ago, I thought it was never going to take off this thing, and I thought it was going to be it wasn't going to get any interest. From the time I posted this on Queen Zone, and by the time I posted it on my Queensville page, this has got a bit more attraction to what I've actually experienced.
Yeah.
The people who are respectable for Queen fans, we're going to make this a permanent group now that we said. And I just want to repeat something back that I did in my notes this week that I still have somewhere. I did have my notes somewhere. We have 9 people in the group we have now.
Yeah.
And we have got you, yourself, Mark, David, Leander. I don't know where the paper's gone somewhere. But there's been 9 people in the group now. Greg Barnes, Jim Jenkins, Crystal Taylor. Crystal Taylor is also hearing us that he might be coming on Skype call next month in next 2016. I have a request for you. Yeah, because I posted this Skype conversation thing. It's great that it's just it'd be nice if we just kept this going really on forums, this conversation of it, and let's get some more people involved.
Yeah.
So it would be really nice to just get a bit more feedback from people on there and just get a bit more oomph to it. And
okay, so you on like Queen Zone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to see if we can get some more, because after Christmas, I think we're going to be getting a few more people involved in this actually all the time, which is really good. Mm-hmm. So it's been a pleasure. But I just want to quickly say, I hope you all have a great Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. I want to say a special Happy New Year and a nice Christmas to David, by the way, because I know every year, it's celebrating. Holland is just great. Celebrating every year is amazing in your country, in your town, which is so cool.